In 1948, the Nakba, meaning catastrophe in Arabic, displaced over 700,000 Palestinians during the creation of Israel. This is the story of life under occupation, the Palestinian struggle. Imagine being restricted in your own country, where every movement is scrutinized and controlled. Checkpoints and walls dictate your daily routine, creating a landscape of division and control. These barriers are not just physical. They represent a deeper, more pervasive form of restriction that affects every aspect of life. After the 1967 war, Israel established settlements in the West Bank, considered illegal under international law, consuming more Palestinian land. These settlements have grown over the decades, altering the geography and demographics of the region. The expansion of these settlements has led to the displacement of many Palestinian families who have lived on this land for generations. This isn't just about land, it's about resources too. The struggle for control over land is intrinsically linked to the struggle for resources. Land is not just a physical space, it is the foundation of livelihoods, culture, and identity. The West Bank's fertile land and water are crucial for the Palestinian economy, yet access is restricted. Agriculture, a vital part of Palestinian heritage and economy, suffers under these restrictions. Farmers face numerous challenges, from limited access to water to restrictions on the types of crops they can grow. This division creates a system where Palestinians are often left with the short end of the stick. Inequality is entrenched, with Palestinians facing significant barriers to accessing the resources they need to thrive. The impact of these restrictions is felt in every aspect of life, from education and healthcare to economic opportunities and social mobility. Children grow up in the shadow of these walls, their lives shaped by the conflict and the restrictions it imposes. They play in the shadow of barriers that symbolize a divided world, their futures uncertain. Markets once bustling with activity now struggle under the weight of these restrictions. Economic activity is stifled, and opportunities for growth are limited. The resilience of the Palestinian people is evident in their determination to continue their daily lives despite these challenges. Yet, amidst the struggle, there is resilience and hope. Cultural events and community gatherings are a testament to the enduring spirit of the Palestinian people. They continue to celebrate their heritage and maintain their identity, even in the face of adversity. The land, with its rich history and deep significance, remains a symbol of hope for a better future. The dream of a peaceful and just resolution to the conflict endures, as does the hope for a future where all people can live with dignity and freedom.
Building a home in Area C of the West Bank is a bureaucratic nightmare for Palestinians. Getting a building permit is nearly impossible, and even if you do, it can be revoked. Imagine building a home only to see it demolished because of this lack of permits. This housing crisis is a direct result of the occupation, a system that restricts Palestinian development and denies them basic rights.
For many Palestinians, moving freely within their own land is a luxury. The simple act of traveling from one town to another, something many of us take for granted, becomes a complex and often impossible task. Imagine having to plan your day around the uncertainty of whether you will be allowed to pass through a checkpoint or not. This is the daily reality for countless Palestinians. Checkpoints and roadblocks dictate their every move, turning daily commutes into unpredictable ordeals. These barriers are not just physical, they are psychological, creating a constant state of anxiety and stress. The unpredictability of these checkpoints means that a short trip can turn into hours of waiting, questioning, and sometimes even denial of passage. This not only affects their ability to work and study, but also impacts their mental health and well-being. The separation barrier, argued by Israel for security, cuts off Palestinians from their land and loved ones. This wall, stretching for miles, is a stark reminder of the division and segregation that exists. Families find themselves separated, with loved ones on the other side of the barrier, making it difficult to maintain relationships and support systems. The barrier doesn't just separate land, it separates lives, dreams, and futures. This restriction impacts every aspect of life, from healthcare to education and employment. Access to medical facilities is often delayed or denied, leading to severe health consequences. Students face immense challenges in reaching their schools and universities, affecting their education and future prospects. Employment opportunities are limited as businesses struggle to operate under these conditions, leading to high unemployment rates and economic instability. It's about the right to move freely within your own land, to live without constant fear and uncertainty. The right to move freely is a fundamental human right, yet for Palestinians, it remains a distant dream. Living under occupation means living with the constant threat of violence, arrest, and displacement. This fear permeates every aspect of their lives, making it difficult to plan for the future or even enjoy the present. We must raise our voices against these injustices and demand accountability. The international community has a responsibility to stand up for human rights and ensure that these violations do not go unnoticed. By raising awareness and advocating for change, we can help bring an end to the suffering and pave the way for a just and lasting peace. It is not just about supporting a cause, it is about standing up for humanity and justice.
Palestinians pay taxes to an authority that controls their lives but have no say in how those taxes are spent. Israel controls the majority of tax revenues collected from Palestinians, creating financial dependence. This hinders economic growth, limits job creation, and keeps Palestinians reliant on foreign aid. It's time to support their right to economic independence and control over their own resources.
The Palestinian economy is heavily dependent on Israel due to control over borders, imports, and exports. This dependence limits growth and makes it difficult for Palestinian businesses to thrive. It's a system that benefits Israeli businesses at the expense of Palestinian livelihoods. We need to support Palestinian economic independence and advocate for fair trade practices. Access to technology and information is a necessity, but for Palestinians, it's often a struggle. Israel controls the electromagnetic spectrum, limiting bandwidth for Palestinian telecommunication companies. This digital divide hinders education, limits economic opportunities, and restricts access to information. We must advocate for their right to access technology and participate fully in the digital age.
Water is a basic human right, but for many Palestinians, access is neither equal nor guaranteed. In the Palestinian territories, water scarcity is a daily struggle. Families often find themselves rationing water, unable to meet their basic needs. This situation is not just a matter of inconvenience, it is a profound injustice that affects every aspect of life, from health and hygiene to agriculture and economic stability. Israel controls the majority of water resources in the West Bank, leading to shortages for Palestinians. This control means that Palestinian communities often receive less water than they need, while Israeli settlements enjoy abundant supplies. The disparity is stark and deeply felt. Palestinian farmers struggle to irrigate their crops, and families face daily challenges in accessing clean drinking water. The impact on public health is severe, with waterborne diseases becoming more common. This unequal distribution creates a stark contrast between those who have and those who have not. In Israeli settlements, lush green lawns and swimming pools are common sights, while just a few miles away, Palestinian villages endure dry, parched landscapes. This visual disparity is a powerful reminder of the inequality that exists. It is not just about water, it is about the broader issue of human rights and dignity. The right to water is fundamental, and its denial is a violation of basic human rights. We must demand equal access to water for all, and work towards a future where water is a source of life and hope. Advocacy and international pressure are crucial in addressing this issue. Organizations and activists are working tirelessly to bring attention to the water crisis in Palestinian territories. They envision a future where every person, regardless of their nationality or location, has access to clean, safe water. This vision is not just a dream, it is a necessity for peace and justice. By supporting these efforts, we can help create a world where water is a shared resource, a source of life, and a symbol of hope for all.
The destruction of cultural and educational sites in Gaza is a deliberate attempt to erase Palestinian history and identity. Imagine schools, libraries, and mosques reduced to rubble, their history buried under destruction. This isn't just about buildings and artifacts. It's about the soul of a people. We must condemn these acts of violence and work to protect and preserve Palestinian cultural heritage.
The Palestinian struggle is a complex issue, but the status quo is unsustainable. The human cost of occupation and denial of basic rights cannot be ignored. This isn't just a Palestinian issue, it's a human issue. Let's choose empathy, understanding, and action to create a more just and equitable world.